Well, hello and welcome to Gmodism Total Nerdy Channel. This is StarMade and we are up for another fleet review of the upcoming fleets, the fantastic upcoming fleets that are going into the game. And as you know, I have selected a few of the fleets that I found interesting or that I liked from the pictures and decided to make a little review of them. So, despite some hard critics that even that I show these ships, even like the fact that they are featured means that I like the designs very much. So you know. Well, anyways, let's without further ado start and kill the docks. Whoops, oh shit. That's nice. Okay. Alright. And we sent everything into a flurry. What a mess I've created. Oh well, they all seem to be undocked now. That's, goal achieved. Okay, we start with the little one here. We just admin jump into it. We can get a nice... Alright, let's go into and see here. This is, I believe, the smaller of the ships. This fleet has a very intimidating look, I have to say. With all the black and red, they look pretty evil. And these sharp shapes are, they look very... what to say? Evil, in a way. They look very... like from Mordor or something. I like this design though. It's nice. We have the back dock here. It's kind of weird. I guess it has some purpose. We do not seem to have the universal dock on this one, but this ship seems to utilize its own stuff. Oh well, I can see how to get in or out of this, so here we are in the interior with only red lights, which makes the colors very funny. And what is this? That's maybe not a real computer, I don't know. Well, this is not much interesting, it's just... Oh, I see. Here we have the entrances hidden behind the door here. Well, the interior of this one is fantastically unremarkable. And is this... we have 3 cameras stacked in a row. Wow, I think that the camera... the core view is non-existent and the camera view is... the 3 different stacked camera views are absolutely terrible. Really horrid. Okay, we'll place down our own camera because... okay, that wasn't very good. I just tear a block here. Sorry. Okay, now we have a survivable camera view. What does this have to offer? How many blocks is this? This was a pretty big weapon system. So, this ship's size is 8,000 blocks, which I suppose make this a corvette or something. The length is almost 50 meters. Interesting. So it's a pretty big ship actually, or it's not super big, built in all advanced armor. The top speed is, even though that's so, the top speed is 100. May be slow for a fighter, but it's, I guess, fast enough. The turret looks cool. It looks very cool and quite inefficient. Very few blocks in this turret, so it won't pack much punch, but I must say it looks really good. And that is the main purpose of the fleets coming up in this game, so that the players can build better ships themselves. Alright. So we have an explosive cannon parted up in several groups. The size is 900, almost 1000. We also have a radar jammer. Well, I'd suppose this is a pretty decent setup actually. I mean, they deal damage. I guess to these things they're too big, but I must say that, you know, it's very much guns for a ship this small, so that's kind of cool. Actually, just for fun, it might be interesting to spawn up some enemies early in the game. Okay, let's see here. Let's just load. Oh no, not that one. Let's just add. What will we have? We'll have a smaller, simple. Just take a Wakasashi little fighter there. One of them, pirates. Okay, so see if we can do some damage to this. I mean, they work really good. We do seem to... Yes, yes. This is a very good. Very nice weapon systems. Oh well, let's turn to our next vessel, which will be the smaller sized this vessel here, which we know the shields are good enough. We don't seem to be able to tear through them very easily. Maybe if we concentrate, but you know. Alright, now I wonder how to get inside this. I like the design, even from here, you know. It's much ribbing and much parts all over the place. It looks pretty evil, this one too. Ooh, I see some entrance. Okay, let's get out of this and go to here. So it's pretty basic and pretty evil. This ship seems to be able to deal some good punch, I must say. It has a nicely sized weapon systems for its size. Okay, so this is apparently the underside, I see. Okay. Can go into gravity, I guess. Wait. Ah. Okay, and here we are. This is an interesting configuration with all the systems set up like this. Certainly not a trace of interior. It's pretty mean, pretty useful. This ship's actually borders very close to PvP vessels, I must say. It really borders close to PvP vessels. There is no interior and it's really heavy weapon system, it seems. Well, I guess this would be a in-game anime that's boring to, you know, experience the ships, and it's quite... I don't think you would want to mess with this faction, actually. This is some cool firepower. We have the general design of this one too. It's a nice design. The overall shape is kind of interesting with this. It's basically a body with two huge guns. That's basically all it is. Well, we should look what it has to offer. Max speed is 102. Length 100 meters almost. And yeah, I guess that's... Check the weapons. We have a missile system of 3,600 blocks. It's a long-range missile like that, so it's a kind of a long-range sniper ship. Looks like there would be more weapon systems Apparently not. It also doesn't feature any type of defensive features, it's all attack. We only have a little radar jammer. Well, this camera is... no, more stacked cameras. Please stop stack cameras. Why chicken white style? Don't stack cameras, it looks weird. Because honestly, if you stack cameras on the same places, if I place a missile there, all the cameras will blow up anyways. And if I shoot a, any other beam or projectile, all the cameras will just be destroyed anyway. So there is really no need with stacking cameras. Well, these shapes look nice and evil. I guess evilness is the core. Oh, I accidentally fired that one. It's probably the core of this ship here. I don't know if our pirate escaped. I think so. And now as I accidentally fired away the shots, this will take some ages to reload. But I guess that we can go and look for the next ship while. So this looks like a basically bigger version of the ship we're piloting right now. And that's kind of interesting. A coherent type of design. Okay, now we're basically loaded, so we can lock on and see what this does to its own systems. And it almost took out that little ship, so that's pretty cool. Oh well, let's get out of this thing. We now will get into the slightly bigger version. Okay, so I suspect that... how big is this? Oh no, this is... oh, what? No, wait. How? Did I get into the same ship again? No. This looked bigger. No. But apparently we're into the smaller... wait, can I even tell the difference? Is there a difference? They're very similar. Okay, these weapon systems are smaller anyways, but we have explosive missiles. Instead of... what did that have? Let's go here. We also... okay. That seems indeed to be quite similar vessels. Whoops. Okay, now we're into the new one, at least. Okay, pretty much the same ship. Oh, here we have the entrance instead. And we have the extremely sparse interiors, barely existing interiors. We have some doors and some tunnels and... well, that's basically that. I guess we have stacked cameras in this one. Yes, we have. I don't see a big difference. Oh well, let's fire some missiles at this one again then. What? Oh, we have more groups, so now we fire missiles from... maybe? Well, I guess we don't need to spend more time on that ship in that case. It's very similar. Kind of cool design, but I kind of wish there were some more difference between the ships. And here we have the first AMS wielding ship, this bigger version. So we have kind of this boat-shaped AMS with a... yeah, it looks pretty basic and pretty effective, even though it should not have two AI modules. I do not understand why it has two AI modules, because we only need one at this part. It's good it has its own little shields though, that's nice. Kind of exposed docker, but in a minimal design AMS, that's nothing you can do about it. Alright, so I think that also they do not need a faction module. I mean, anti-ship's main faction module covers for all of them, so I mean, if they're spawned in one entity, everything is belong to one faction, so faction modules, remove those from the turrets, and remove the extra AIs from the bases of the turrets, which is kind of strange. Let's see if we can get into this thing. I like this little, you know, studs. It looks like leather studs in the side here. That looks really cool. Okay, we have an airlock. And we have something that could pass for ish interior. Okay, it's the same. Almost. What is this? This is very strange. This almost passes for interiors. Wow! It's to access... To access what? Is this a turret? Oh yeah! It's interiors to... Well, you need to use the arrow to get up here. To access the turret. Which is a 600 block system, so it's not too small. No. And this is the turret when we can see it. It looks pretty intimidating. I really like the design of this turret, but not... The explosive effect shouldn't stick. You shouldn't be able to see it in the front like that. That looks really strange. But the overall design of the turret is really good. I really much like this turret. Let's aim upward. And yes, it's only the cannon tower that kind of aims like this. So it looks very nice and it has a good underside. Okay, the turrets are absolutely approved. They look very nice. If we can fire the... They're pretty weak though. There's so many shots that if I guess these needs to be firing constantly, because for a 600 block system I think this is pretty lame. I guess we need to focus fire to do some penetration maybe. Oh well. We should check the ship more, I guess. Can we just scoop through here and see if we have any more interiors? Okay, so we have one turret at the top and one in the bottom, and it's once again this compact version of just systems. And then we have the access for the turrets there. And the access for the turrets is all the interiors. So I'd say to Chicken Wild Style to try to implement some very basic interiors, maybe even if it's in the corridors, to just convert some places into something that could almost pass for a bunk or something like that, I don't know. Because this ship building style doesn't look quite AI. Or maybe it's supposed to be, but that would not explain the walkways. I understand this is almost PvP ships, but there almost should be some kind of ish interior at some places, I feel. However, the patternings on the sides is very nice. Here we have lots of... Oh no. Okay. Now StarMade is behaving strangely, and the ship we were in randomly disappeared, which is quite interesting. Can we get into this again? No? Okay, now it's not disappeared anymore. Well, that's reassuring. Anyways, let's, without further ado, continue this. It has lots of AMS turrets anyways. What do we have for weapon systems? We have once again a radar jammer, and it can take that radar jammer. This structure, it points to 3 million almost, very much power. It's also only 100 meters long. We have two systems, a long-range missile and a long-range cannon. The long-range cannon is explosive, and I guess that deals some pretty much damage. This is strikingly maneuverable for being such a big ship. I almost feel her. Okay, if we fire a shot there. It has some good shields. We can now fire missiles. The missiles are very powerful. The missiles are 4,000. Then we have a 3,000 block cannon system. Well, once again, this is a very efficient combat vessel, but it totally lacks in a roleplay or interior or anything like that. It's almost a PvP fleet. I would want some very basic interiors, but well, I guess that however it is, this fleet will be a very intimidating threat to experience in game. Ooh, and it does deal tremendous amounts of damage. Well, on system-wise, I cannot complain. However, it's a straight war fleet. It's only battle system. We have nothing of no scanners, no jump drives, nothing like that. It's just sheer firepower. However, the these studs here, I like the studs. They look very cool. I've seen them on many ships. Utilizes this type of studs, looks really nice. Well, overall, the the exterior design of these ships are really cool. I like them much. For the interior, they don't exist, and maybe there should be some other systems aside from, aside from weapons. But overall, I mean, this will be a terrifying threat to encounter in game if this ship just pops up somewhere. Oh well. Really cool exterior design. So that's basically sums that up. So I thank you very much for watching. Gmodism Total Nerd Channel, signing out.